Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this semicircle with the center O and the diameter MN, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this chord AB is 28 units, and moreover this segment BC and this segment AE are 18 units each, whereas these segments EF and CD are 26 units each as well. And furthermore, all these angles are 90 degrees each. And now our task is to calculate the area of this semicircle. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started, and here's our very first step, since we are interested in calculating the area of this semicircle. So therefore we must calculate the radius lowercase r first. And in this next step, I have dropped this perpendicular OP on this chord AB. And now let's recall the perpendicular bisector theorem. According to this theorem, if a radius of a circle is perpendicular to a chord, then the radius bisects the chord. So therefore this chord AB has been divided into two equal parts, this segment AP and this other segment BP. And we know this chord AB is 28 units, so therefore this segment AP is going to be 14, and likewise this segment BP is going to be 14 units as well. And now in this next step, I have dropped this perpendicular DT on this diameter MN, and I'm going to label this DT length as lowercase x. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this OP length is going to be the sum of these two segments x and 18. So therefore this OP length turns out to be x plus 18, and likewise this segment OT length is going to be the sum of these two segments BP and this segment CD. If we add these 14 plus 26. So therefore our this segment OT length turns out to be 40. And in this next step, I have connected this center O with this vertex B. And as a result, we are ended up with this right triangle OPB. And now we can see that this OB is the radius of this semicircle. So I'm going to label this one as lowercase r. And now let's focus on this right triangle OPB. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here is our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is lowercase r, whereas our two other legs are 14 and x plus 18. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got x plus 18 whole square plus 14 square equals to lowercase r square. And now let's recall this famous identity: a plus b whole square could be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. We are going to apply it on this binomial on the left hand side. So therefore this is going to give us x square plus 36x plus 324 plus 14 square is 196 equal to r square. Let's combine the like terms. So therefore we are going to have x square plus 36x plus 520 equals to r square. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now in this next step, I have connected this center O with this vertex D as well. And now let's make an observation. We can see this OD is the radius of this semicircle. So I'm going to label this radius as lowercase r as well. And now we are going to focus on this right triangle OTD. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And here's our Pythagorean theorem once again: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is lowercase r, whereas our two other legs are 4d and x. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. So we got x square plus 4d square is going to be equal to r square. And let's simplify. We are going to get x square plus 1600 is going to be equal to r square. I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. So thus we are ended up with these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. And now we are going to compare these two equations. And we can see our right hand sides are identical. So therefore we can equate the left hand sides as well. So therefore we could write x square plus 36 x plus 520 turns out to be equal to x square plus 1600. And now we can see x square and x square, they are gone. So therefore we can write 36 x plus 520 is going to be equal to 1600. And now we are going to subtract 520 from both sides. This is gone. So therefore 36 times x turns out to be equal to 1080. And now we are going to divide both sides by 36 to isolate x. So therefore our x value turns out to be 30 units. And now in this next step, let's focus on this equation 2. And here I have copied down equation 2 over here. And we know our x value is 30. So I'm going to substitute x value 30 over here, as you can see in this next step. So therefore this is going to give us 900 plus 1600 equals to r square. Let's combine the like terms. So therefore r square turns out to be equal to 2500. And I'm going to undo this square by taking square root on both sides. So therefore our radius r turns out to be 50 units. So the radius of this semicircle turns out to be 50. And here's our final step. Now we are going to calculate the area of the semicircle. And now let's recall the area of a circle formula. Area is always equal to pi r square, where r is the radius. And since we are dealing with this semicircle, so therefore the semicircle area formula is going to be pi r square divided by 2. So therefore the semicircle area is going to be pi divided by 2 times our radius is 50 whole square. Let's simplify. That is going to give us 2500 pi divided by 2, and that is going to be equal to 1250 times pi square units, the area of the semicircle. So thus the area of this semicircle turns out to be 1250 times pi square units, and that area is going to be equal to 3227 square units as well. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.